Good morning, everyone. As you can see, it's a sunshine day, so we are here today to just take you through what I love most, mindset change. But even if it's mindset change is so wide. So every week on Tuesday, we pick a subject that we feel is helping others through the inquiries that we get or through the discussions that we have on our alumni. So as you can see, those ones who are joining us today, my name is Sylvia Bimwansa, or simply Sunshine Sylvia, and we come on this platform every day, Monday to Friday. It's a free mentorship academy where you are all encouraged to join and learn something, because we are learning individuals. Every day we have to learn something. So on Monday, we've got Rev Water, who comes with prosperity insights, unleashing your destiny. On Wednesday, it's a marketplace where we call everyone who has got something to publicize and who really want other people to know what they're doing, either products or services, or organizations like tomorrow. We are tuned in to actually see what ZAFA with Zambia Federation of Women in Business, to see what they're doing. This is a month of the woman, so to tune in tomorrow at the same time, so you can be able to see what they have planned for the woman in Zambia. And on Thursday, we've got our Dr. Nelly Kangwa with Prosperity for Your Soul, from bedroom to boardroom. And she just prepares you for that, for all those things that are in your home and as you go out of your house. And Friday is our health tips with Dr. Jackie Molondika, who is big at prevention is better than cure. And this is how we've been doing this for the last 3 years plus. And we are still going stronger and stronger. So today we have our mindset change with me. And in this mindset change process program, we have gone several changes that we do, and that we'd like you to also change in some way or the other. How we look at goals. Let me just switch off my notifications. I forgot to do that. Okay. So that's how we socialize ourselves in the areas of mindset change, because mindset change is not a one day fix it. Mindset change is continuous learning, and the things continue to happen, and how we get affected and how we deal with them is according to our mindset. So if you've got a positive mindset, then we are good at making sure that we are inside that. So we have been, seeing that a lot of people do set goals. Today it is how to build smarter goals. We know that we have been building smart goals, and we have socialized ourselves with smart goals. But I think it's last month, our session in Walking in the Light with Jean Howard introduced something that really made me sit up and say, oh, so there's something that I have been missing in SMART goals. And I was very, very happy to learn something new that added on to the things that I do. And this is innovation, and this is observing changes and getting towards what we can be able to do to enrich or to enhance our way of life. So today we are therefore discussing smarter ways to achieve our goals. Smarter ways to achieve our goals. And we are going to just look at the things that I had to find in the way that we do smart goals, just adding on the ER at the end of the day. And this is specific, measurable, achievable, risk-taking, time-bound, exciting, and relevance of the way that we do our goals. So we are going to dive briefly into this, because as it is 30 minutes of our time, we simply just give you tips. And if you want to listen to the detail, then you have to come in class. In fact, today I've got a class. Those ones that would like to follow, it doesn't matter when you start, it is the hours you spend or the hours that you need to spend on our program that counts. So you can start anytime and you can catch up anytime and you can be able to fulfill that little thing that is missing, in the way towards your smarter goals. So the first one is specific. As you know, we are always talking. In fact, it is in any facilitator who comes to facilitate on any program or any, we always told about the SMART goals, about being specific, being measurable, achievable, and time bound. But achievable and time bound. But we end there. And this is what I've discovered in the facilitation of mindset change, that everyone wants to set goals. They set the goals, but sometimes it is challenging to actually take down those goals. And this is what we're big at in our program. So being specific. Firstly, goals should be specific, clearly defining what is to be accomplished. Avoid setting vague goals like improving my career. And I've seen a lot of people say, I want to improve my career. I want to improve my career. Instead, make it specific by stating, I want to get promoted to a manageable position within my company in the next 2 years. And then once you set that goal, you put in the activities that is going to make you go towards achieving that goal. If there is a skill that you need for that promotion, you now go and learn that skill that is going to make you be promoted. Not just to set the goal and you start waiting for the time to be promoted. Meantime, you are the same. You are the same. And even when you had opportunities, it doesn't drive you. But when you set a specific goal with a deadline on when you want to do that, and you put in the activities, then you're going to see that something happens. The second one is measurable. Goals should be measurable to track progress and determine success. We are big in our program. We've got, in fact, the tracker is what makes our program different. Because every day when you put your goals, you put a tracker. And that is the tracker that we're going to measure your success on. We'll see the ticks. Because once you said, I'm going to do ABC, say in family and home, I'm going to be sitting on the table at dinner time with my family, and we're going to set, every day we're going to find someone to do the prayer. If that day you didn't sit on the table and there was no one who prayed for the food, you cross. If you had, what you said has happened, you tick. And at the end of every month, because we have to evaluate every month, we have to measure the success we are making every month. So we now then come and count those goals. And if they are over 80%, because as you know, our past market mindset change is 80%, because we want our 20% of our activities, we want them to produce 80% of our desired results, not just results, desired results. So this is what it is. So once you have set that goal to be measurable, to track progress and determine success, you establish a concrete criteria or milestones that can easily be quantified. Because if you cannot quantify your goal, then it is not possible for you to go through and achieve what you want. For example, I want to increase my sales by 20% compared to last quarter. Or I want to lose 10 kgs in 2 months. Then what are you going to be doing in those 2 months? You are going to get in the activities. And I can assure you, if you set a goal and you do not act on it, it is just a dream without anything. Like, today I dreamed that I was being chased, or, I had a bad dream or had a good dream. And if you don't follow that, then it ends you in other platforms. And this is why even in God's time, people dreamed. That's how some people became famous, is by interpreting the dreams of other people, and then they prepared for them. Even if you interpret and you do not prepare for it, then just know that that goal is not going anywhere. The third one is achievable. Goals must be realistic and attainable. While it's essential to challenge oneself, setting unattainable goals may lead to frustration and demotivation. A lot of times we frustrate ourselves because we are not achieving or attaining that what we have set ourselves to go. So consider your capabilities, consider your resources, consider your time constraints when setting goals. For instance, if you have never run before, start, aim to complete a marathon in a month. May not be achievable, but you can start with walking. You can start with exercising other things. You can start with just making sure that you gauge your heart and be able to accomplish. Or then if you start to exercise, you start to to align yourself towards the marathon, then you start to run slowly. Maybe instead of taking 10, you can take a 5. You can take until you are able to reach that 10 kilometers. But many people want to just come and say, okay, I used to run, so I'm going to run, and they end up fainting and not really even attending, to that bigger goal that they did. So start with smaller, even with the other goals, start with smaller, progressive goals, like, trying to fix something before you can do this. This happens to, like we have seen, when we were with Rev Water the other day, when we were the two of us and saying young people, they say things, but they don't do them. And this also happens when the young people set goals that require time to achieve, e.g., for example, someone says, I want to get married, and in 2 to 5 years, they want to build a house, they want to live in this beautiful place, they want to just have things, but they know that for us, we know that starting a relationship or getting into a marriage, you need to build it. And the more you build towards that goal that you want, you can say maybe in 10 years' time, we are going to earn so much, and we are going to put our money together, and we're going to build, the resources, and we are going to see to you even make a plan and put it on the vision board and try to work towards it. But young people nowadays, they want just a house to drop from somewhere. And this is sometimes how we are seeing so many divorces. It's because people want to live like their parents, who have done, the run for so many years. Then they just come 2 years time, we want a house, we want this. And then, both of them can't even, meet any expense. So it becomes a very, very big challenge. So let's look around, let's plan, let's not frustrate ourselves, because everything is prepared for us to actualize as we go along. If you want more details, you can share. You can see where we are scrolling, and down there you can see the contacts, and we'll be able to guide you so that you don't frustrate yourself, and you can build those goals. You can build your dream things in just that space where you want to be. So I just want you to share. We've had 3, steps. I just want you to share or to type something in the chat box, how you are getting yourself ready for your smarter goals in these times of huge challenges, but just how you are making sure that you set those goals and you can be able to achieve them. Let's see those comments coming. Let's see how we can be able to interact with other people, and let's see how we can be able to manage some of those issues that are on our plate. So we move on to the R, in this case, risk taking. Many times, entrepreneurs and leaders take risks. Embracing calculated risk is crucial for growth and achieving ambitious goals. You know, when a goal is ambitious or when a goal is huge, even the risks are big. So risk taking means that we have to really calculate the risks, so that we are able to, start chipping on that big audacious goal. Like we have been sharing, this is still a childhood cancer month, sickle cell disease month. So we've got these big audacious goals to build a sickle cell hospital. We are chipping on it by, first of all, having medication, having awareness, getting yourself tested, and making sure that the things that we want to happen start to happen. So when people test and they go to the hospital, is there medication? If they're on medication and they have got issues like in sickle cell, there is big issues there. Is the blood available? Who are we talking to? Is the blood bank? So you go and start to help the blood bank to have people donate blood, because that is first aid for sickle cell. And also cancer patients, they need blood to be to help them heal. Then when they're aware and when there's medication, but when big things happen, they want to be admitted, they want to do a blood exchange, they need to be prepared, they need counseling. So we just want to build this, this dedicated ward. First of all, once we've got a dedicated ward, then we can look at how to build a hospital for sickle cell. So things have to be in line so that you are not frustrating yourself. And this is what we're talking about. So taking out of risk, taking the risk is really crucial. So how are we going to achieve our ambitious goals? This is stepping out of our comfort zone. Our comfort zone and taking on new challenges can lead to breakthroughs and expanded possibilities. Just like when we go to network, we are taking risks and we are sharing risks. And somebody may have information that we need so that we can be able to build ourselves. So don't be afraid to try new approach or new strategies to overcome obstacles and achieve our desired goals, especially in this changing environment. Taking calculated risk is essential. The other one is time bound, as in the T, time bound. Goals should have a specific time frame or deadline to provide a sense of agency and focus. Setting a time limit helps individuals allocate their resources, track progress, as we have said, and prevent procrastination. A lot of people waste a lot of time to decide. So this is what is the procrastination nature of our, ourselves. But if we are focused and if we know that in such a time I'm going to be able to do this, then we are not going to procrastinate, because time will come when you are supposed to give yourself some feedback. So create a timeline for each goal, breaking it down into smaller milestones or tasks with specific deadlines. In mindset change process, we say a goal is a dream with a deadline. A goal is a dream with a deadline. I want you to write that one down. A goal is a dream with a deadline, because the moment you put down a goal and it's got a deadline, you'll be able to work towards it. And now, in the smarter, we've got the addition E, which is exciting. Goals should be exciting and personally meaningful, to maintain motivation throughout the process. If the goal that you have set stops to be exciting, you want to put it aside. Or if challenges outweigh, the excitement, or if when you share, something to someone and they punch holes in it, and you are convinced that what somebody has said is really making sense. So it stops being exciting. So you really have to make sure that your goals are exciting, so that throughout the process it keeps on exciting you. So when individuals are passionate about what they are thriving for, they are more likely to stay committed and engaged. When something is exciting, you are committed and you continuously are engaged. Find ways to connect your goal to your passion. Like today, I'm in my space. When I'm talking mindset change, I'm in my space. I feel good about it. I can stand the whole day when I'm talking about things that I'm passionate about. So those things that you've got passion, things that you value, or they give you value, or long-term aspirations, to be achieved. So those that you keep exciting yourself. This intrinsic motivation keeps you going even during challenging times. When you are excited and motivated, you keep working on your goals to success. And this is what it is. So keep that goal exciting. Can we just type in the chat box, or wherever you're watching us from, if you're on a Facebook page, so that people can come and learn from you. How exciting is your goal? How exciting is your goal? This is what it is that we need to be able to exercise ourselves. And sometimes we're always complaining about things. So the excitement goes when you remember, bad, things that happened before. So you stop being excited and you just draw back in that shell and say, oh my goodness, this is not happening again. But you are the one who is saying it. So the moment we take out the excitement and put our past, which was not so great, then we stop to thrive. So keep yourself motivated. Keep yourself with, keep yourself motivated and keep yourself seeing the success at the end of the day, so that at the end of your goal, so that you know that come this time, I would have achieved this. And then the last one is relevant. Goals must be relevant to your overall aspirations. Values, again, values is big. Values, motivation, aspirations is big, because then your goal will remain to be relevant. Personal and professional growth. This is what makes us to make sure that we are relevant, because it's our own. Anything, a goal is only determined how important it is by you, the person who has written it down. So they are personal and also professional growth. Ensure that the goal is important it's important, it also aligns with your long-term vision and contributes to areas of importance in your life. If the goal is not getting to those things that are important in your life, it will not be relevant, and it will be very challenging for you to attain. So, and there are many examples that we can give, but one of them is, if you aspire to achieve a work-life balance or nurturing your work-life balance, setting a goal to reduce work hours or delegate tasks can be relevant. And this, for us in mindset change process, we are really huge on it. How are you reducing your time so that you can be able to do the areas which you cannot be able to do normally? How can you reduce wasting your time? It's like when you're in a team. If your team is not helping you save time, then you've got a wrong team, because it means you're working double. You are wasting time finding out things which other people would have found out. Making your space, feel good, so that you can avoid frustration. And if you're always frustrated, then it means that you are not really making things happen in that area of relevance. So be relevant, reduce your time. If you don't know how to reduce your time, then you are good with our program. We'll tell you, we'll show you how to reduce your work time so that you are able to align the things that you want to do in, all the areas of life. And remember, it is all the areas of life that we're talking about. And today is that day when we are going to share how relevant the, setting goals and making things happen is in our lives. So what I am sharing today is just the things that we all know. Our program is not strange. Our program is such that you know these things, but they're all over the place. So we help you align them in the 6 areas of life. We align them in the 6 areas of life of family and home. We tell you how to maintain your family and home, or we share our own experiences. And normally in a class, everyone has got a different aspirations of the way that they deal with their family and home. We share how to maintain your mental and education. These ones that we come to every day, Monday to Friday, is part of us sharing our way of life, sharing the things that we do in mental and education. And this is what it is. The things that we have planned for everyone, to see, we are sharing. And this sharing is part of mental and education. So today you've had, I'm having with you, and I'm exercising my mental and education, spoke of my will of life. Why? Because I had to prepare. I had to prepare for you what to talk to you about, which is relevant to me and relevant to those ones who want to, to achieve something. And then we also help you align, into your financial and career. How do you want your career to be in the next 5 years? How are you making sure that once you retire from that, your plan B will kick in and start giving you the resources and the rewards that you need for your lifestyle? We also share with you in the physical and health spoke of the will of life. Are you eating good food? Are you making sure that you are drinking water? I'm on water challenge, so I need to also make sure that my 2.5 liters of water is. So I calculate. At waking up, I've got the water that I need to do. So to keep it relevant, I even use something that I'm passionate about, research in childhood cancer. So it makes me remember that, what is this that is going on? And that they even put sickle cell to it. It has motivated me, because that is what the things that I think about every day and I learn about every day. So are we socializing ourselves? And this is why Dr. Jackie is saying prevention is better than cure. And it fits into that spoke of the will of life of physical and health. So what activities are you doing, for you to manage your physical and health? So we help you align all these normal things that happen to you. We help them, align them in that area. We also help you align yourself in the spiritual and ethical. Like I've always said, ethical, spiritual, many people, they scramble for Jesus. So many people are really good at that. But how ethical are we in our daily dealings? Why do we have to always sign in NDAs, conflict of interest, competition, rules? And it's because people are not ethical. So you want to make sure that you are protected. You are protected. I am protected. So that's why we do those things. So if everything was as good as it should be, all those things would not be necessary, because we just shake hands like the Japanese and say, okay, this is good business, and they'll keep their weight. But it doesn't just automatically come to that. And then we also help you align yourself in setting your smarter goals in social and cultural spoke of the will of life. Why social and cultural spoke of the will of life? Because that's where we meet our networks, so that they can share with us, this is not really what we planned, and or they can be able to say, you can find this resource there, they can find that resource there. You heard what Rev Water was talking about yesterday, that the biggest resource, and he left us with a quote, the biggest resource is in human resource. Biggest resource is in human resource. And where is the human resource? In your networks. You'll be able to find that. And also, in addition to just the social part of it, there's the cultural part of it, which is our values. Our value system determines how we can be able to nurture our resources, how we can be able to bounce back when things are low, our values tells us that we are supposed to be here and we're supposed to be in that position. So we keep on doing those things. So as we close, by following these smarter principles, individuals can create their chances of achieving their goals more effectively and efficiently. Regularly review and adjust goals as needed and celebrate milestones to stay motivated along the way. Celebrate milestones. Here we are big at celebrating milestones. Doesn't matter how small they are, but we have to celebrate them. So I urge you all for listening, who are listening to me today, to make your goals smarter. Make your goals smarter, because this way we can plan for our retirement. We can make sure that there is succession planning so that our businesses outlive us. Because we don't want those situations where when we are doing business, when we are normal, that when we die, the business dies with us. So if our goals are smarter, we'll be able to our business will be able to outlive us. And so I thank you for listening to us today. Give yourself a pat at the back and say, oh, this is what I have achieved today. And we look forward to tomorrow. And I am sure we are going to have the CEO of Safawib, Maureen Sumbwe, sharing the activities for the month of the women. We call it Mowe, the month of the women, and see how its members are doing in the environment. So thank you so much for joining us today, and we look forward to you setting your smarter goals. And I thank you so much. Have a blessed day.